Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Hilary and today we will be starting the Polarthon reading vlog. Polarthon is run by JadeyRaeReads and this will last a week long from the 7th to the 13th of February, and the idea is to read a lot of polar fantasies, although you don't always have to. There are two teams and I am on the Gavin from the How to Train Your Gavin team that is called the Explorers, and we have 5 prompts to go through. I can mix and match from some prompts, but I don't plan to. For the first prompt adventure, I will be reading The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Henderson. This is a Slavic retelling of Baba Yaga and The House with the Chicken Legs, and it's a middle grade. Second prompt is Cold Word, and I will be reading The Long Forgotten Winter King by Annette Marie. This is the 17th book in the whole series that comprises of different kind of mini-series, and it is about our world that we have magical people inside, in this case a druid, and we will be following his storyline. The third prompt is Foiled Cover, and for that I am planning to read Language of Thorns by Lee Bardugo, and as far as I have understood, these are the short stories from the Grisha-verse, so I'm really sorry, my cats don't like closed door. So hopefully we can get through this fast before my cats activate even more. Hi little one. So for the fourth prompt, it is Icy Magic, and for that I am reading The Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Roche, and that this is a world where there are different seasons as kingdoms, and the main character is from the Winter Kingdom that has lost their magic, so I'm hoping that this will fulfill the prompt. And the last prompt of this readathon is Polar Fantasy, and for that I am reading FrostFire by James Smith. And as far as I know, it should be a middle grade of a girl stuck on a snowy mountain and trying to find her way back home. But this is about it for now. As you can see, my cats are a tiny bit crazy and all over, so I will be coming in more throughout the days and tell you what I read, how much I read, and how much I enjoyed it, and then I'll see you at the end when we draw conclusions to this readathon. Welcome to the Polarthon Day 1, and as you can see from the background, it's already dark, so I'm doing my first update in the evening. I have read today, finished one book and started a little bit another. I first started Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Roche, and that is for the Winter Magic prompt on the Explorer side. So I'm very little in. I think it's an 11-hour audiobook. I'm audiobooking it through script, and I'm not far in, I think 1 hour in or something like that. So this is about the world that has, I'm not sure whether it's 4 or 8 kingdoms. At least 4 of them are named after seasons. So we have winter, spring, autumn, and summer. Our main character is part of Winter Kingdom that sadly has been taken over and conquered by the Spring Kingdom, and most of the people are in the labor camps. There is about 20-ish people that survived, including the main character, a little girl, and a future king slash prince of Winter Kingdom. And how they lost the battle is that each of the kingdom has a special magical jewelry or something similar that allows the certain person in the kingdom, usually it's whether it's a king or a queen, depending on a kingdom. For winter it's actually a female, so our future king doesn't have magical powers, and they can do different things, like for example if they're living in winter, then they can use the power to make the land fertile and help grow crops and things like that. But sadly that jewel was broken, and 2 pieces are somewhere around and they're trying to get those back. I'm surprised how much I actually enjoy that book series. It sounds really fun, it's really nice and easy to listen, and I'll give you more details how I'm enjoying it, how I'm liking the characters when I have been gotten a little bit more into it. And the next book that I read and I already finished was The House with the Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. And it's a Slavic retelling of the Baba Yaga and House with the Chicken Legs story with a little bit of twist, I think. I'm not sure 100% what the original story is, but it's about the Baba Yaga that is guiding the dead people through a gateway. They live in a chicken house and they have a little granddaughter, Marika, that is the main character of the story, who doesn't want to be a Yaga, so the one that guides the dead people through the gateway, but wants to have a life of her own, and it's all about her story. So for me, well, I'm technically not Slavic, but I am living in a former Soviet Union country, so the Baba Yaga and the House with the Chicken Legs is a little bit familiar to me, although honestly I don't remember a lot about that story. We did have our own version of that also, called Cooksmore, that was about the witch, and I think she lived in a house with chicken legs. Again, it has been over 20 years, so I'm not 100% certain, but I really enjoyed the story. It almost teared me up a little bit about Rose. She's young, she's 12 years old, and she makes bad choices, a lot of bad choices, so, and a lot of really bad results for that, for those actions, and just that was really sad to read about. Additionally, there is a lot of Russian food words. For example, kvass, blinka. No, what was the pancakes? Whatever. Borscht, so on, so on. So it was nice to actually know those, and it was just the food, so it didn't actually affect the story reading. Maybe somebody who isn't as familiar maybe wants to Google, and that little bit takes like time away from reading and disrupts the flow. But honestly, I don't know, it didn't bother me that much, and it was a lot in the beginning, and around quarter way in you knew already most of the words, and there's also glossary at the back. I read it in an ebook format, so honestly I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure whether it's gonna get a 4-star maybe, because it wasn't perfect, and at some point I felt a little bit dragging this, but it was quite good, and I'm definitely interested at some point reading more of Sophie Anderson other books and seeing how much I like them, and maybe I should read the Estonian version of that also, probably. But I'll come back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna keep listening to Snow Like Ashes, and maybe I'm gonna put the second and the third book somewhere in the near future just to finish that series off also, because that's what we do in this channel. But then I think, I'm not sure whether I'm gonna take Language of Thorns and read 1 or 2 short stories, or I'm going to straight to Winter, The Long Forgotten Winter King by Annette Marie, and probably breeze through that one night, because I will not be able to stop when I start that book, so I already know that, so we'll see. Hi, so today is day 3 of Polarthon, and I did give The House with the Chicken Legs 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was a really nice Slavic tale. Next, I picked up Language of Thorns by Lee Bardugo. So this is a little bit a different kind of story. So firstly, I didn't know there is 2 short story collections for the Grisha-verse. I knew about the Lives of Saint that I have been seeing in the local bookstores, but didn't know anything about that. And I'm reading this for the prompt foiled cover. It has 6 different stories, short stories, about maximum 50 pages. I think altogether it's like a little bit under 300. And we have 1 story from Seveni, 3 of the Ravkan, 1 from Gersh, and 1 Fjordan. So I am around halfway in, and I really enjoy these stories. They are retellings of I think mostly Slavic, or maybe not always Slavic, or just European stories, but they do have a twist in it. They are a lot more darker, with darker themes, and usually a little bit different ending than the regular ones have. Also, this book is really pretty. I'll show you one picture here, but I'll insert a clip of little flip through of this book, and I really enjoy this. I think I can manage to finish this book today, and then I'll see if I am going to maybe take a day off and spend the night with my husband, because tomorrow they have a D&D night, and then maybe on Friday we're going to my family's house, so I won't have a lot of time to read. But after this, I have still left to finish Snow Like Ashes that I'm listening in an audiobook, and also 2 more books, The Long Forgotten Winter King by Annette Marie and FrostFire by Jamie Smith, I think. But I'm most certain that I will manage to read those in the weekend, so I'll keep you updated about that. Hi, so today is Sunday morning. It's a little bit past 10 a.m. and yesterday I read and finished FrostFire by Jamie Smith. It was categorized by Goodreads both middle grade and young adult, and I agree, it felt both and it felt neither. I'm going to categorize it as middle grade because typical YA, like romance, everything else wasn't there actually. Hello, Minion. But I gave it 3 stars. So this is a story about a girl living in top of the mountains. There are several different nations there, and what are you doing, Minion? Several different nations there, and most of them live peacefully. However, there is one group of people that wants to take power for themselves. Additionally, from the tribe or the country that our main character is from, they have this special magical glacier that has a magical mind in it, lots of them, and if you take a stone, you may bond with it, and then you may get like extra magical powers from that. That's just my pile of things, but she is trying to do that trial, but however she gets trapped in top of the mountain and then discovers the plot of the other people trying to destroy their country, and then she does her thing. For me, it's quite a short book, and honestly I didn't enjoy it a lot. As I said, I think I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't bad, however, it wasn't very captivating, and I think the main problem for me was that I couldn't, I don't think it was very well described, at least for me, since I have no personal experience with glaciers and mountains. At some points I got confused about the surrounding where she is inside the glacier, how it looks and everything else, so I don't know whether it was just the author's writing or me not just understanding everything. But yeah, I expected more out of it. Also, all of those, that's Minion. Minnie! Also, like all of the problematic parts where she got stuck or got really wet because she fell into water, it was so much brushed over, especially like the hypothermia and everything else. So I don't know, I didn't fully enjoy it. I gave it 3 stars because I think compared to what I have read and given 2.5 and 3.5, I think it does fit quite well in the middle of that. Although I'm not 100% sure is it deserving 3 stars or not, but otherwise it fits there. So today I have quite a busy day. I do have to clean. I'm doing the laundry right now. And then I have to also edit this vlog, so I should edit already as much as I have because I want to put it up tonight. And then we are going out to eat with my family in my hometown Tartu. We have a thing in February called Tasty Tartu, and it means that we have about 23 restaurants that are doing a special menu for 1 month, and it's a 3-course meal. You can order regular things also, but this is a special meal 3 courses, and it's usually 20 to 25 euros, which is for 3-course meal quite good. And they usually are a little bit more different. This is the time where the restaurants can experiment with a menu and do different kind of things. There is sometimes also a theme, for example, Estonian forest, so or something else similar, or just Estonian foods or something else. So we are going to there. Hopefully I get some footage of the food. I always take pictures, and it is I always post those pictures on my personal Instagram. If you're interested, you can let me know, and I can add my personal Instagram. Also, it should be public. But yeah, so I should start cleaning, and I'm going to listen to the Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rush. I still have, I think, about 6 hours left to listen, and I think I can manage to do that while cleaning, and maybe also later, so I should be able to finish it today and then conclude my Polarthon with that. But that's about it for now, so I'll hopefully add some food clips or something else here, and I'll come back at the evening when I have done everything, read everything, and let you know how the Polarthon went in general. And finally, we have reached the end of Polarthon. So for today, I did finish Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rush, and I'll give you a little bit more about it when I'm going through all the books I read. For today, I did finish all my to-do list, I did laundry, I did all the cleaning for my house, and I need to just finish this last clip to add to the Polarthon vlog and upload it. I did also additionally go to the Tasty Tartu with my family, so I'll add a couple of pictures here about the food, and it was really nice going out to a restaurant to eat, not just ordering in, and as I said before, I really loved it. The food were really delicious. For the Polarthon, as I said at the beginning of the vlog, I did go up to the mountain on the explorer side in the Gavin team, and I'll go through all the books I read for that. For the first prompt adventure, I did read The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson, and I gave it 4 stars. I really loved this retelling of that story. It was quite emotional, and I really loved it. I think it is quite good, real great book to read, especially during winter. For the good word prompt, I read The Long Forgotten Winter King by Annette Marie, and honestly, I already knew it before the start of that book that I was going to give it 5 stars. I expected nothing else, and it delivered. How did it deliver? It was such a good book. I love the series, I love the author, and honestly, the true to Winter King, the Fae, everything was just so good. For the third prompt foil cover, I read Language of Thorns by Lee Bardugo. This is the short story collection of Grishaverse, and honestly, I just loved it. It is, I think, one of my favorite short story books that I have read as far. I haven't read a lot, I can tell you that. But honestly, I loved, especially that the stories aren't actually connected with Grishaverse, and you can read it without knowing any of it. And also the stories themselves, although they were quite short, most of them were under 50 pages, they were really nice and with twisted, unexpected endings, so I definitely want to actually already reread this book. For the fourth prompt, I See Magic. This is that book that I read the longest in an audiobook format and that I just finished, and that was Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rush, and I think I'm giving it 4 stars. I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm giving it 4 stars because it was surprisingly better than I expected, so it may get bumped down to 3.5, but I honestly was surprised about the plot and characters and the plot twists, and I wasn't expecting it to be that good, or that decent. I would say that good equals more on the 4.5 or 5 stars. And for the last book, FrostFire, that is the Polar Fantasy prompt, as I said before, I read FrostFire by Jamie Smith, and that was the first book of this vlog, or this readathon, and I gave it 3 stars. I gave it 3 stars because I'm not sure about that book, whether it knew what it wanted to be, or even I think it wasn't that well written. Because, as I said before, I'm not 100% sure whether it's a middle grade or a YA. It's straight in the middle of them. And additionally, I think descriptive because it is about girls stuck in a mountain and trying to escape. I didn't find the descriptions of the situations adequate enough. I didn't get the feeling, I didn't understand always what the surrounding was, how she was stuck in where, and also a lot of situations where she gets stuck or something bad happens. I didn't feel that it was adequately dealt with, so I was actually quite disappointed with that, although the book cover is just absolutely beautiful. But that's about it for today, so I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any good winter reads to recommend, you can drop them down in the comments down below, so this way I know what to read or put on my TBR for November and December, because I don't think I will be getting any more winter reads in. I do want to get more into the spring vibes, so as I said, you can let me know about those in the comments, and I'll keep a list for next year. However, that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!